Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the Wolf, casting a game between Penguin, the Blue Zerg, and AoxomoxoA. I remember how to say it, but we're just going to call you Dras again, AoxomoxoA. AoxomoxoA slash Dras, the kind of like yellow, if you look at the mini-map, it looks kind of like this weird orange, it looks like grape soda, or not grape, orange ice cream is what it makes me think of. So it's going to have AoxomoxoA as the orange, ice cream orange Zerg player. So, we've seen AoxomoxoA. I'm doing the air quote whenever time I say that from now on. AoxomoxoA. We've seen AoxomoxoA on the previous games where he played against me, and he is a bronze player, technically. I mean, he should be at least silver. He's definitely not a bronze player. Just needs to work out some kinks in his game, I think. And his opponent, Penguin, would be the top poster on StarCraftArena.net, which is good. He's a good person. Very logical. Captain, this plan makes sense, and it's logical too. I didn't quote that right, but that's okay. We have Dras here. He, yep, Zerg. We got a Zerg versus Zerg here, which I hear has a lot of APM importance. Very important how the players are using. Oh no, Dras, you're supposed to take my advice from the previous games. You said you would, and use your over. Or wait. This game was before this is before the game I played against Dras, so I'll try not to repeat too much. I know you've learned from what I've said, so. But I will say it for the other Zerg players. Got a 16 hatchery going down for Mr. Penguin. Penguin. I can't do that laugh at myself. But as for the other Zerg players, ooh, looks like a 14 hatch going down. 14 or 15. It would be 15 because it goes down a drone. I forget. You Zerg players are weird. Other Zerg players, make sure you use your Overlord to scout the closest position possible in 4-player maps. It gives you faster scouting than your drone would. It won't beat your drone, but it's able to scout 2 places at once. And it's not like, the Overlord is able to see the space around the same time, but overall it's usually safer to go for the enemy that will see you first. So, I don't know, I guess the spawns are about the same, so I feel like overall it's the same deal on this map, but on other maps, other 4-people map, just make sure to remember that. So Dras he's got a hatchery going up a bit faster. Spawning pool's a little bit slower, so a little bit of a trade there. Penguin would be able to attack faster. He's also got his gas going up, so he might be going for the early 100 gas, or he could be going for some roaches. I think roaches are probably the most important unit in ZvZ. As I've said a few times, if it doesn't include Protoss, my knowledge may be slightly hindered. We're going to learn together, my friends. And, let's see, going for the quick expansion. Probably could have just gone, I don't know how this would work exactly. If they missed each other's spawning pools, like if you put it here or something. If Penguin had put a spawning pool here, as soon as Dras's hatchery had gone down, he could have just massed up Zerglings, and as soon as it finished, he could have destroyed it, probably. But, like I said, I don't play ZvZ, so don't make fun of me for not knowing. Let's see here. And sorry guys, just had a little bit of a sneeze there. I'm very sneezy today. I got lots of sneezes in my Jesus. That wasn't even very funny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that, my friends. Got some Zerglings. Really important to occupy this center watchtower. It gives you very important vision. You could also take advantage of moving your overlords in positions to see these third expansions going down. Of course, Dras has got the advantage in terms of being able to see, almost hit the pause button, and being able to see more of the map right now. Of course, we got Penguin's first 6 Zerglings moving across the map here. I don't think Dras has probably got 2 Zerglings right now. This is very important. He's able to pull one back. He'll need to pull one back, and they're waiting right there by the watchtower, all along this watchtower. Probably about to see them right now, and going to engage, take out at least one. Now, that wasn't bad, but you really don't need the pair of Zerglings to go over here. Of course, the 2 of them would be able to be 1 Zergling, but if there's more than 1, you'll lose them all, and it's not like they're only 25 minerals, so I probably would just send 1 in the future, but if you want to send 2, there's a reason to do that. Fortunately, a little bit of a good start for Penguin. They're going to put down a Spine Crawler. It won't be done in time if the Zergling's moving quick enough. But he's got 4 more Zerglings, so I think they'll be able to buy enough time, especially with the Queen here to defend. Now 8 Zerglings, so yes, not bad. The good engagement there and good micro by gold level player Penguin was able to he was able to kill a Zergling and make Drast build more Zerglings than he should want to. He should just want to make a lot of drones. Drone here. Got a Roach Horn going down and 2 gases. And he's just getting the link speed. Got 2 roaches right now. He probably could make a push. It would be very deadly if Drast wasn't ready for it. He also has his own Roach Warren done. He's unfortunately... I think he's got 4 on this extractor, which isn't as bad of a mistake as quite a few things, but it'd be good at an earlier point in the game to have them on minerals. Of course, these must all be roaches. Or drones, I mean. What do you think those are, Ice Fang? I think those are roaches. I mean drones. I think they're all drones. Sounds like something's shooting something. Yes, there it is. Poor Overlord. Interesting time. I mean, it makes sense to scout it, but I think you could probably just run a Zergling. Maybe run it with roaches. Not as likely. Be interesting to see each player's response to this, though. Currently, they're both going Zerg Roach. I think. Let's look at the Army tab. No, Units tab. 4 to 6 and 8 to 5. So currently, Drast has the Zergling advantage, and in smaller numbers, that can really make a difference. You know, in terms of like overall minerals, having more Zerglings in smaller amounts versus the smaller amounts of... Jeez, that doesn't come out right at all. Having medium-sized amount equal mineral count to small amount of roaches will be effective. But when they start getting to larger amounts, probably anything beyond this, as long as they're tightly bunched together, you're going to have a very big problem. I think Penguin's going to go for a push here. 5 Zerglings, lost 1 earlier I guess, and 6... roaches, those are called. Fortunately for Drast, he's got the Spine Crawler advantage, and of course a Queen right here, who is staying on top of her spawn armor pretty well. Actually, his macro is not poor at all. Definitely a good example for Zerg players to follow. He's got the speed right here, but it's not going to be enough. If he was lucky, he'd be able to pick off the first one. Fortunately for Drast, come back a little slow. He's going to lose Zergling. I think he just lost 2 Zerglings there. Units lost. Definitely still behind by 50, but not too bad. You know, mirror matchups, every little pickup makes a difference. If these Zerglings, it's a pretty good... We're going to call 24 Zerglings a flock of pack. We'll call 24 Zerglings a pack of Zerglings. We got a whole pack of Zerglings. Now we got... Actually, we're going to stick with 25, because 25 is divisible by more things, even though it makes less sense, whatever. I don't have to make sense to you guys. I don't have to make any sense. The Zergling's out of position. Not really out of position. They're able to see more of the map right now, and if Penguin attacks, he'll be able to get a much easier surround, although without vision of, you know, this entire kind of sea, he could be caught off guard if he's not careful. Has the gases up, but not getting any gas. Needs to saturate those very immediately. Getting the upgrades, which is very important. I mean, Penguin's got a little bit of a macro fail there on the minerals, so might as well spend it on something. Upgrades are a good choice. And of course, he's just got... I said this in the last cast. I messed it up, or like 3 casts ago. I will say hive for lair. It's something I do say, but I won't say lair for hive, so I apologize if I say hive and it's a lair. I know it's a lair. That's my mistake. But the lair tech is giving him the option for roach speed. Very important here in the ZvZ matchup. I think Drast is currently... He's also doing the same. Ooh. Glial reconstitution. That would be the movement speed. Doesn't that look a little bit like something that would be underground? I mean, that looks like it's... That looks like... I think they got the pictures mixed up. Honestly, doesn't that... This looks like he'd be underground digging. This looks like he'd be moving faster. Does that just make me sound like I'm nuts? I think they got the pictures mixed up. Okay. Mr. Air quote, ZvZ, has got... Units tab. 5? 4. He's got 0.8 flocks of mutalisks. Remember, 5 mutalisks is a flock, and he could really take advantage of that. Able to hit the drones will definitely give him an advantage here. Got a little engagement going on in the middle though. Zerglings versus Zerglings. Luckily for him, the roaches will fight out of position, and his superior number should be enough. He should try to... Perhaps it wasn't enough. Must be a better concave for poor Penguin. Was able to get a better concave. Let's keep the units bunched up together. This is really important. Zerglings just kind of skirmishing in the middle. The roach is going to be stuck in the fray now. This is going to be a lot of unnecessary losses, my friend. AoxomoxoA, air quote. This Spine Crawler probably won't be enough to hold them off. But with all these units together, ooh, that's quite a bit of mutalisks at this point in the game. I think even though roaches are fairly resistant to mutalisks attacks, along with the queens and Spine Crawler, which are good,
along with the queens and the soon-to-be dead. Please transfuse it. Oh, that would have been really make or break there for this attack. As many players know in the ZvZ matchup, that roaches are good, but against mutalisks they're fine because mutalisks just don't do enough damage to be enough to kill. They're like, whatever, let's go kill more stuff. The mutalisks are like, come on, guys. Got a 2.2 flogs of mutalisks right now. Sniping at queens, very good targets to hit. Can definitely slow down the Zerg player in a way that can be difficult. Also, Penguin's prioritizing targets and expanding while attacking. This would be a good example between a silver, which Dras should be, and a gold player. Good job spinning his units